Hey Collective, thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video. I do have a very urgent message from spirits. So if the thumbnail resonated with you or the title resonated with you and you felt drawn to click on this video, then it's not a coincidence. But at the same time, take it how it resonates. If you you know, I'm looking at the general aspect of the message, but this could fit anywhere in your life. This could maybe be your love life, your spiritual journey, your career, your finances. So I don't know each and every one of you, and I don't know your story, but I know your energy based on the message that I've got here. I want to point out that this is the third day in a row that the Four of Good Cheer has come out. This would actually be the Four of Cups. And this has been with completely different questions, completely different shuffles, completely different days, completely different intentions in when shuffling this deck to bring you this message. So and each and every time Spirit has brought out this Four of Good Cheer time and time again. And so if it has shown up twice, then Spirit's like, pay attention. But the fact that it has really shown up 3 times, Spirit's like, look, I've got some guidance for you, and I want you to pay very close attention, because at this point, Spirit is practically shouting to get your attention, to bring your awareness to something that maybe you are not wanting to look at, or there's an avoidance, or like you're just completely just unaware of this. So I do feel like many of you that are here, that this message is for, you are on the edge of overlooking something wonderful, a blessing, an opportunity, a breakthrough, because of discouragement or burnout, or even like doubting yourself. So it's like Spirit is not letting this message go until you hear it, until you really hear it. So yeah, so anyways, I got the Four of Good Cheer with the Magician as the challenge, the King of Gifts, which would be the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Canes in the reverse, which would be the Queen of Swords in the reverse, with the Page of Gifts, which would be the Page of Pentacles, and the Judgment in the reverse from a completely different deck. Now, I want to say, I do feel like there is like a lot of inner critiquing going on. Like you are like maybe feeling a bit pessimistic about either yourself or like the path that you're on, your journey, maybe a relationship, your career, your finances. There's something here. And I feel like you are extremely generous. Like you want, like you are so free-hearted, and you're wanting to like give and take care of people, like financially, mentally, emotionally. Like you are, there is this focus on, like your reliability, being reliable, and maybe even there is this sense of pressure that you're putting on yourself. Yeah, like there's this sense of pressure that I feel like you're putting on yourself. But I feel like Spirit is kind of nudging you to like face your attachment to like the material or to control. I feel like you are striving for a sense of security, but I feel like you're maybe using like financial security, or like security from a relationship even, to mask this a fear of failure, or even emotional vulnerability. So you're like using like your career, your money, your or even a relationship or security in order to keep from being exposed or looking vulnerable, or maybe your fear of looking like less than or weak. I feel like spirit wants you to notice or to pay attention where you're using like achievement in order to soothe these deeper fears that you may have. So like using maybe like gifts or money or success to soothe these fears of failure that you may have. I feel like there's this part of yourself that you've been avoiding, like this need to prove your worth through achievements, through status. And it's like you may be over identifying with how much you earn or like you produce or control. There's this belief, or there's some sort of pressure that's being put on you. Like either you're feeling pressure to perform for maybe family, friends, society, or you're just putting this pressure on yourself, and it's creating distance from your emotional truth. I feel like your soul is definitely ready right now. Like your soul is ready to work through these fears of failure, or scarcity thinking, or pressure to always be in charge. Like you're being asked to trust that you are enough. You know, like there's this, you're enough without having to be the provider or the fixer. To allow space for imperfections. Allow space for yourself and your imperfections and softness. You know, I feel like you're maybe even ready to explore like your relationship with power and control, and your and finances, success and achievement. And spirit is really inviting you to like ground confidence, you know, to root in self-acceptance and not performance. Because I feel like many of you are like getting your worth from maybe how much you're able to provide, or the amount of success that you have, or money, or a status, whatever that status is to you, whether it is a job, or you know, your with your career, your finances, or even relationships. There's like you're getting your particular worth based on a level of societal status, and whatever that achievement looks like to you, whether or not it's with regards to marriage and relationships, or the type of relationship, or your career or money. And it's like maybe there's this wound related to feeling unsafe unless everything is secure and under your control, or you know, that level of success. I feel like there's something here that's showing up as perfectionism in your life. There may be even kind of coming across as a bit emotional distance. I feel distant. I feel like you have learned that vulnerability equals risks, you know? And spirit is trying to tell you or guide you to unlearn that that belief. You're being encouraged to bring light to that part of you that feels worthy without needing to earn it. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to buy the perfect gift or to have the perfect relationship or to have the perfect career in order to be worthy. I feel like there's a lot of like self criticism going on, like you are your own worst critic. So I feel like many of you, like, you are trying so hard to build stability and success or some kind of like solid foundation. Again, whether or not that is the status of a relationship or your money, but whatever the case is, it's like you are seeking stability, you're wanting success, and there is this pressure to be enough, like measuring your worth through productivity and whatever that productivity looks like to you. I do feel like there is a lot of financial stress or responsibility fatigue. So it's like financial stress that's causing a lot of fatigue, or this responsibility that you feel that is causing some fatigue. Like, maybe with regards to career and money, feeling like success is taking too long, or like there's this financial pressure causing self-doubt. Like maybe you're wanting to start like a business or like do content creating or like freelancing, but you're doubting your ability to stand out, especially with the Five of Wands, Five of Candles on the bottom of the deck. You may be even comparing your progress to others, feeling like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough, you know? It's never enough. No matter what I do, it's never going to be good enough, you know? It's like let's just say like there's someone that wants to be a content creator, but they're thinking everyone else is already doing this, why would anybody watch me, you know? Or like if it's regarding like love and relationships, maybe feeling like you must be fully stable before you're worthy of love, or feeling like maybe you feeling like you don't have enough resources, or like feeling like you have to provide too much in relationships. Maybe feeling like or believing that you can't offer, or feeling like you don't have anything to offer. Even comparing like your relationship status to other people's lives. You know, like maybe thinking, well, how could anyone want me when I'm still trying to get my life together? Or just like, how could anyone want me when they could have this person or that person or whatever, you know? And it's like really, really, I see like you wanting something. It's almost like it's like your heart is desiring for something, but then your mind is like, you can't do that. You don't deserve that. So it's like you may really want that success, or you may really want that money, but there is something within you that doesn't feel worthy, which is causing you to miss out on these opportunities or potential opportunities as well. I feel like some of you are feeling disconnected from your spiritual gifts because you're too focused on like practical concerns. Like you're not seeing, like you're focusing too much on like money, or focusing too much on like the material world, and not enough to the spiritual realm, you know? Like, I don't know, there's like you've been avoiding there's this resistance to change, or again, like this fear of vulnerability. Maybe you shut down emotionally, or like over focus on status to avoid feeling exposed. A fear of what other people will think, or what your parents will think, or friends, or family. Your soul is ready to work through this imbalance between like the material focus and emotional fulfillment, because you are being called to reconnect with the heart and let go of what no longer supports your full well-being, because true success includes emotional richness as well. Like you're being asked to explore like your relationship with money and success and status, or whatever status looks like to you, and really asking yourself like how you define your personal value. Is it based on, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable. If I'm not married, I'm not worthy or valuable. If I don't have, all of this success, if I'm a content creator and I don't have tons of views, or if I don't have, lots of money, then I'm not valuable. And so you're being called to really work through that. Maybe you are basing your worth on what you achieve or own, and you're being guided to find wholeness beyond external rewards and external validation and the pressure to be at a certain status. Because I do feel like there's this inner wound related to fear of not having enough or being enough, and that is leading to like overworking, or again like emotional shutdown. It's like you're being encouraged to really look at your deeper values and let go of what no longer feels aligned, to evolve your definition of what success means for you, because we're all creating our own reality. We all have like different meanings of like what a family is, so if one person feels like their families can be, a mom and a dad, or two moms or two dads, or one mom or one dad, or an aunt or a grandparent. Like there's so many different definitions of a family. So the same thing goes with your success and your own personal journey, and it's going to look different than what this person thinks. So like maybe your life, your success looks different than what your sister or brother's success or life looks like. And you may be feeling like you're kind of just feeling exhausted, feeling drained, maybe even feeling unmotivated or numb. And Spirit's like, look, the opportunities are all around you, but your energy is so depleted that you can't see them clearly. I'm seeing spiritual fatigue, burnout, feeling disconnected from your joy. There may even be like a lot of distractions, because at one point I was shuffling, and the Four of Cups can represent distractions as well. Look, she's distracted with the phone, she's got the laptop, and so she's not able to see that, she's finished all of these cups, but there's another cup here that's full and piping hot. I'm like, that's my favorite. Hot coffee is my favorite. I drink it every morning, even when it's the middle of the summer and it's hot as hell. I need to have my hot coffee. It's my thing. So also too, like focusing on those little things as well. But at one point I was shuffling this deck, and this card came out that was talking about distractions. But I put it back in because I wanted to shuffle this deck on camera, since I had already had the tarot cards out, because I literally was just going to do a short, and when the Four of Good Cheer came out, I knew immediately I wasn't going to be able to do a short, but I still kept shuffling and pulling cards because I was nosy in that moment. I didn't want to stop. So yeah. But like, maybe like like, let's just say someone that's wanting to like launch a business or a creative project, but feeling like, what's the point? Nobody will care. What's the point? Why should I continue doing this? Why should I try to find a romantic partner? What's the use? Like, why should I continue doing this? It's like feeling like if this is regarding your love life, feeling as though love is never going to come, giving up before you're trying. Like, maybe you could even be ignoring someone who could be a good for you because you're focused on like past disappointments, or just not really seeing the value in that particular relationship. Or you yourself could be feeling ignored as well. I'm feeling like you could be feeling disconnected from spirit, from your intuition, or from like signs that spirit is sending you, like spirit sending you signs like this Four of Good Cheer. Also, you may even be seeing like fours, because this is the third day in a row that the Four of Good Cheer, the Four of Cups, has come out. 444. So you may see 444, you may see 404, because that's a number that showed up yesterday, and then I actually seen it 404 after I recorded that reading for you guys. So the challenge is the Magician. And so this is like some self-doubt, some imposter syndrome, maybe even feeling powerless, or as though something is out of your control, feeling as though something that you're trying to manifest is blocked. Like there's even like a lack of confidence. Like you're failing to believe in yourself and seeing your true potential. There's a lack of self-belief. There's hesitation. It's like you're underestimating yourself, or there may even be people that are underestimating you. You may also be feeling unqualified, or afraid that your work won't stand out among the other competition. Feeling as though like there are maybe feeling overlooked, or that people, like, let's just say you write music, and you're putting your music online, but feeling like there are so many different musicians that people aren't going to give your music a chance or listen to it. That type of energy. There's like this new business idea or a career path that's trying to be born, but you're thinking, I'm not talented enough. Other people are better than me. I'm not enough. I don't have the skills needed. Or like maybe you're feeling like, I don't have enough experience. That type of thing. And if this is regarding like your love life, maybe you're feeling like you don't have what it takes to maintain a relationship, or you're just feeling unworthy of love, like, and maybe even doubting like how desirable you are. You may be doubting that your physical attractiveness, or I don't even know if that's a word, but there's even maybe even afraid of initiating or expressing your feelings. You may also be feeling shut down or shut out of someone's life. I do see someone doubting their intuition. You're not trusting your spiritual abilities, or feeling like, maybe you're feeling like you've lost your magic, or you've lost your mojo, holding back your gifts out of fear of judgment, or a fear of getting it wrong, a fear of making mistakes, maybe even feeling like you're making a mistake. You may even be like like focusing on past mistakes and like beating yourself up for making mistakes. And the thing is that mistakes are not mistakes unless you don't learn from them. So think about, what did I learn by making that particular choice that didn't work out the way that I had expected, or that the outcome was this way or that way, And so maybe there is like looking back at like failed, let's just say you're a content creator and you post content, and maybe it just kind of sits there, and it doesn't really do anything, or like it maybe in your mind it fails. And so there's like, okay, well, like I'm doing the things but it's not working, it's failing, and feeling as though, and that could be causing you to feel pessimistic and like lacking that belief in yourself. Or like relationships, I really have had like these, thinking I've had these difficult relationships and they've all failed, and what's the use, and no one's ever going to love me, and feeling very pessimistic, especially with the Queen of Swords here in the reverse. And so I feel like, again, like being like overly harsh, being this overly harsh inner critic, and really talking down to yourself, or assuming the worst, or even like you could be tearing down like your own ideas before they even have a chance to grow. Like your mind is working against you instead of for you. So this would be like negative self-talk, overthinking, again, pessimistic, fear-based thoughts, feeling disconnected from your purpose, your life purpose. There may even be like some self-sabotage going on, talking yourself out of opportunities, maybe even believing that you can't compete, or just overthinking your decisions, overthinking everything that you say or that other people say. And again, with regards to love, this could be like assuming that you're not good enough, taking yourself out of love, or expecting rejection. You may have experienced like somebody else being like emotionally disconnected from you, second guessing your intuition, listening to other people's opinions over your own. Maybe even being too logical, and that could be blocking like some spiritual insight. Feeling like your spiritual gifts aren't real or aren't strong enough. But with the Page of Pentacles that came out, this is Spirit saying to just take those small steps. This is planting a seed. This is Spirit is offering you something. This is a seed, an opportunity, a beginning. And it may be small right now, but small things grow. I mean, look at a human. Like those small, we start out as like microscopic. And look at us. It takes time. It starts as a seed. It needs to be nurtured. It needs to be taken care of and loved. But it happens. It eventually grows into a full-on infant, and then is born. So this is about like learning. This is growth. This is Spirit saying those small steps matter. Maybe it is like taking time to get to know someone and letting the relationship happen organically, or coming up with an idea for, like, if you're a content creator, for example, creating just anything, putting your ideas out there and creating that content. And maybe it doesn't, you don't have this glow up or overnight success, but each little step matters. I remember when I first started sharing my gifts online, I didn't charge. I didn't charge at all for the first couple of months because I was just trying to get my name out there, to get people to see what I could do, to get people to see that I could read cards and that I did communicate with spirit, and that I did see images in my mind, and that I could hear spirit talking to me. And so I just wanted to get myself out there, to just kind of get my foot in the door for people to see what I could do. I even did private readings for free. And I would do 1 hour readings for $25 when I first started charging. Because I was trying to plant those seeds and get myself out there. I was trying to earn trust of my clients. And that's that Page of Pentacles energy that Spirit's talking about. There's like a new job, there's an idea, there's a new skill available to you. This is like taking time to learn a new skill. This is also Spirit saying there is a financial opportunity emerging, especially if you have been trying to like manifest money because you are so caring, you are so giving, you do want to like provide for those that you care for. And Spirit's like, for one thing, it's the thought of the gift that matters. And it is, Spirit is saying that there is opportunities for coming in for you to be able to provide and take care of those that you want. For those of you that this is regarding love, there is a new connection coming in. But Spirit's like, we're trying to get your attention to stop being so pessimistic before this person comes in, because we don't want you to reject this offer, because this is someone that could be perfect for you if this is regarding love for you, and you'll know if this is regarding love for you. There is someone that does want to offer you something stable. I'm seeing like those beginning stages of communication. Like, this is like, can we go out for coffee and maybe talk, get to know one another? This person here is sitting under the tree. It looks like they're making a list or like taking notes. So this would be like those initial stages, like, let's talk, let's get to know one another, that type of thing. If this is regarding like your spiritual gifts, this is like a new spiritual gift awakening, new insights or knowledge, and starting a new path, maybe a new path of study, going to school, or teaching yourself something or learning something, like taking time to like plan ahead, or like, study maybe divination, or, learning about magic, and starting your spiritual journey as maybe a witch, and like learning about herbs and protection spells, and starting small, and taking those little steps, planting those seeds that create belief in yourself, learning how to believe in yourself. Because the Judgment in the reverse, that's that self-judgment, that's feeling unworthy. Again, this is ignoring intuition. The Five of Candles, which would be the Five of Wands, that's that energy again of like being afraid of putting yourself out there, or but yeah, I feel like there's this energy of like, why would anyone choose me? Why, there are too many people doing what I want to do. I won't stand out. Feeling like there's too much competition. Feeling like your efforts won't matter. Feeling like there's always going to be someone else that's better, or that someone else that's going to be chosen over you. There's this fear of like not being chosen, not being seen. comparing yourself to others and feeling small and fearing that you won't actually be recognized or that you won't be noticed. And behind that is the wheel of the year, and which would be the wheel of fortune. This is spirit saying that life has these ups and downs, and not everything will go your way all the time, and that's normal. You're not always meant to be on, or like always be winning. But spirit is saying that your timeline is shifting, and there is a stroke of luck. It's like the wheel of fortune is going to turn in your favor again. So like, I do feel like there has been successes in the past, but now you may be kind of like on, it's like the having one of the down periods. But spirit is saying that this cycle is turning in your favor again. There is a stroke of luck. There is a positive break coming. There is a new offer or an opportunity coming. So if you're feeling a bit pessimistic, or if you're feeling a bit, harsh on yourself right now, spirit is saying that there's momentum that's returning after a period of stagnation, after being like down. Maybe your love life has hit a slump, or like your career, your finances has hit a bit of a slump, and you've kind of been off, maybe feeling off your game. There's a breakthrough at hand here with the wheel of the year. And then is the Empress, and that again is like this momentum returning after stagnation that brings this glow up energy. And also spirit is saying like, don't second guess yourself or doubt yourself or compare yourself to others, because your other people have ups and downs as well. You have ups and downs. They have, like, life is full of ups and downs, and so your up is coming. Just make sure to be careful about how you treat people on your way back up again, because the wheel is always turning, and you want to make sure that karma is good to you. But there is a glow up here happening. What's behind it? The Justice card. Shut up. Literally, I can't believe that I felt drawn to say that, because I didn't even see that. The Justice card. It's your turn is coming. Your turn is coming. Your time is coming back around again. This is, taking steps, saying yes, trusting the universe, trusting that the universe is going to catch you when you move. And it's like, once this cycle shifts, you're going to rise back into your power. Your confidence is going to be returning. Your creativity starts to bloom. Abundance is going to flow again. You're going to feel worthy. You're going to let go of the need, or you're just going to stop comparing yourself. You're not going to feel the need to compare yourself to other people. Like, you're moving from scarcity to overflow, to abundance. It's like you're going to be feeling back on top again. You're going to be back on top again. Damn, I hope you guys stayed and listened to this whole thing, because the wheel is turning and you're about to be back on top again. So, like, if you're feeling pessimistic, stop talking to yourself like that. Believe in yourself, believe in the breakthrough, and be excited for this breakthrough and to be back on top again. This card right here, soul endorsed, it says, you don't need applause to be valued, nor permission to take up space with your brilliance. The world doesn't need to catch up with your truth. You are your own irrevocable validation. So walk as if your worth is not up for negotiation. Hallelujah. Because it isn't. Never forget that the only approval, that truly matters is your own. Actually, I'm going to use my Abundant Attraction deck. If you're feeling lonely, don't. Yeah, your energy may be leaking right now because you have been so focused on other people giving and giving and giving. And so, look, you've been maybe giving your power away, giving away your resources, your time, your energy. Notice where you may be unconsciously giving away your power through distractions, worry, or unfulfilling relationships. Every small drain adds up, reducing your ability to manifest. Look, that's the magician as a challenge. There are distractions. You're giving away your power through some sort of distraction, through worry, through something that is unfulfilling. And that is reducing your ability to manifest how you're wanting. Harmful influences. Not all who surround you support your highest good. Pay attention to relationships and influences that lower your vibration, that are causing an energy leak for you and cloud your judgment. See, something or someone is clouding your judgment. Protect your energy by choosing your interactions wisely. And that's not just with the physical people in your life, but also with the thoughts that you have and the things that you do, for hobbies and just like watching movies or shows or videos or whatever. Just choosing everything you do wisely. There may be something that has become very boring. Maybe you're dealing with a relationship that is unfulfilling and boring and is draining you, and that is causing a block in your ability to create something. Maybe it's a friendship or a job, something that feels soul-sucking. I just heard a car horn, so that just felt like confirmation. Catastrophizing. The mind has a way of amplifying fears, creating worst-case scenarios. Look, that's the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Dwelling on potential negative outcomes. That's you feeling pessimistic about potential outcomes. Feeling like, oh, nobody's going to watch me. No one's going to choose me. Why would anybody want to, be in a relationship with me? Whatever the case is for you, like you're imagining worst case scenario, trapping you in unnecessary anxiety. Oh my gosh, let me get a sip of coffee. Can trap you in unnecessary anxiety and block the flow of abundance. Look, breathe, release, and choose faith over fear, because that spirit saying, look, your time is coming. You're going to get your mojo back. You're going to come back on out on top again. There is like this, you're about to have like a major back on top moment. Feeling yourself. So Spirit's like, whatever you're going through right now, don't worry about it. If you're feeling stuck in a rut, you're feeling frustrated, feeling as though like you damned if you do, damned if you don't, let go of that. Let go of any kind of pessimistic type of thinking or, beating yourself up or being critical over yourself or your situation. Because that's just creating more blocks, because you're about to be back on top. So some of you may be feeling discouraged because you think the competition is too high, or you're worried that you won't stand out, or you may be doubting your talents or your voice or your purpose, or whether you're capable of creating the stability or the life that you're wanting. And Spirit is saying again, life comes in seasons and there are ups and downs. You win some, you lose some, but the wheel is always turning in your favor. The winds of change are blowing in your favor. And as this cycle shifts, you're going to be stepping into or back into this Empress energy, male or female, this is about abundance and receiving. You're going to be stepping into this abundant, confident, creative energy and feeling fully aligned with self-worth. Don't count yourself out. Don't assume that you won't be seen, because you are entering a cycle where your light is going to start to shine again. You are my sunshine, my only sun. Look, gratitude for abundance, limitless potential. You maybe even not taking full advantage of your full potential. Maybe not taking full advantage of your full potential. So if you're in this energy where you're feeling drained, you're feeling discouraged, you're comparing yourself, you're doubting your worth, you're maybe feeling pessimistic about your situation or about the future, or you're worried that you're going to, maybe let others down. Spirit wants you to know that you're not behind, you're not failing, you're not invisible, you're not forgotten, you're just tired. And this off period, this down period, it's for a reason. The spirit doesn't waste anything. The universe doesn't waste anything. This stuck energy, this down period, this does not define you. It's temporary. And that Empress is just spirit reminding you of who you truly are underneath it all. Underneath it all. Underneath all the stress, all the fear, all the overthinking, all the drama, all the conflict, all the tension, the struggle. Trying to remind you who you are underneath of all of that. And the Empress, here's the thing, is the Empress doesn't chase. She doesn't chase money. She doesn't chase love. She's damn sure not going to chase a man. But if you are a man, you're not going to be, if you're a man, chase a woman. I'm sorry. Chase her. If you want her, take action, chase her. But, she doesn't chase. I'm not saying like obsessively chase either. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm trying to say though. Don't compete. There's no need for you to compete. Don't question your value. Spirit's telling you to create, attract, and receive, because you are worthy. It is your birthright. If you're feeling lost, or maybe you're feeling small right now, Spirit is asking you to just soften, stop being so harsh and cold with yourself. Stop measuring your worth by your productivity or your status or your bank account or how fast things manifest for you. Your gifts are still yours. Your blessings are still yours. That which is meant for you is going to be for you. There's no need to worry. What has one day of worry ever added to your life? What has comparing ever done to get you ahead? What have all those negative thoughts done for you? It's not going to get you that relationship or that money or that job or that opportunity. It's not going to do any of those things for you. Worrying does not pay your bills. You cannot shop on Amazon with your stress. So take a breath, ground yourself, nurture yourself, speak to yourself the way that you would speak to someone that you love. And it's almost like Spirit saying with this 5 of Wands energy here, it's like, The moment you stop fighting yourself and start nurturing yourself again, like, that's when your magnetism returns. That's when your back on top energy returns. That's when your confidence returns. Spirit, angels, guides, divine, higher light beings. I want you to show me clearly the material aspect for the viewers. Learning a new skill. You may be learning a new skill that could be bringing in some more more outcomes, some more opportunities, bringing in new skills, new money. Fear of not having enough. Look, there's a fear of not having enough. Fear of not having enough creates blocks. Shift your energy from scarcity to abundance and watch your finances grow. And what you do, it's not, abundance isn't about focusing on having tons and tons of money. That's not how you create. That's not abundance, for one, and that's not how you create more. Focusing on abundance is about focusing on the things that you have enough of. That's what abundance is feeling like you have enough. You have enough. So focus on the things that you have enough of. Like me. Toilet paper. No, I don't have that much. I'm just joking with you guys. But when I was talking about that. But yeah, like, okay, tarot cards. I focus on the abundance of tarot cards that I have. I focus on the abundance of love that I have from my daughter. I look at the things that I am abundant with the fact that I am abundant of electricity in my home, or the clothes that I have. Focusing on the things that you have enough of. Feeling abundant, feeling as though, okay, I have enough. I've got food, I've got, water, I've got heat. Those things will make you feel abundant. Feel like you have enough, and that creates more and more. What's coming towards the viewers that are still going to watch this video up until this point, Spirit? Path of purpose, finding yourself. You're being guided towards a career that aligns with your soul's mission. Follow what excites and inspires you. So if you're feeling unfulfilled, if you're feeling bored, feeling like you're cut off from your purpose, Spirit is saying you're being aligned to step out and to find something that really lights you up. And this path to purpose, I feel like it's not just about your career and finances, but also with regards to love and relationships and just feeling satisfied, awakened. You may be overly focusing too much on the material world and not as much on the spiritual. Okay. Career path. Look, again, this is like following your purpose and creativity. Look, we got debt-free destiny. Financial independence is within reach. It says a future free of financial burdens is possible. Stay disciplined and create a plan to eliminate debt. And that's also that Page of Pentacles too. Creating a plan to eliminate your debt. Creating a budget. A plan of action. So like when it was in the reverse though, so I do feel like it does say a future free of financial burdens. You may be feeling a bit very pessimistic about your finances, or like there's a worry or doubt regarding like up and coming like financial situations. And Spirit's like, just creating a budget, creating a plan, and don't put your value based on your ability to manifest and giving, spending, because you're so generous. And then, but Spirit's saying, look, financial independence is within reach. You have the power to create a life where money is no longer a worry. Stay focused. You can create a life where you don't have to worry about having enough, or should I buy groceries, or should I buy my prescription. Being creative, doing something to fully express yourself. Also, not just within your career, but just being vulnerable enough, or allowing yourself to be vulnerable in order to express yourself. Put yourself out there. Be real with yourself. Follow a career that aligns with creative passions, that lights you up, that excites you, that inspires you. One last card, Spirit. Anything regarding the finances. Look, opportunities everywhere, but you're not seeing them. Opportunities for career growth and financial advancement surround you. Stay open and ready to seize them. There may even be some opportunities coming up to like collaborate with other people or work with someone. But this is also like the right people coming in at the right time. This is powerful opportunities for financial and career growth, to create with the right people. There may be someone here that wants, like, this could even be like, new clients, new gigs. This is teamwork. This is like, maybe someone wanting you to like, teach them something as well, show them something. Anyways, this is what I have for you, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this channeled message. And the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste.